Good evening. Welcome. My name is Nate Patrick, or Nate PTK. We're here for round 4 of the FIFA 20 Sim tournament. Some young man by the name of Randy Cardos is tearing it up early. On 7 points, AJ 5, Drome 5, and a few others close behind. A reminder, if your player gets MVP best on ground as per the FIFA 20 match rating, you get 3 points. Failing that, if your player's on the winning team, 2 points. And if your player's on the losing team and you've just done nothing, you get a point. Arbate with a very late but potentially great selection of winks. Those are your players. Please remember who you are. And I tell you what, that is some Spurs dominance. 12 Spurs players selected to the 5 of Arsenal. I think tells you everything you need to know. Feel free to disagree, but holy moly. North London is red. Well, not according to the chat. I guess we'll find out together. Get excited. Biggest North London derby that we've had in the last 3 months. Spurs fans firing up. Paulie's a United fan. Fair enough. You just go with colour at that point then, don't you? Alrighty. Arsenal versus Spurs. Let's get cracking. Some of you might know about the parameters. Slightly different sliders than what you might be used to. The shadow is just so irritating. You couldn't believe it. Aubameyang is playing out on the left-hand side. Happy to give it back. Tierney. When unselected, Orba stands up his man. Orba getting demolished. Play on. Now, Aubameyang going inside. The little flick up. The shot doesn't have anywhere near enough power, but it was exciting. Fam, if you would like more crowd noise, as always, just let me know and I can increase that for you. Pepe plays it into Ozil. It's a bit slow to get there, but does get around Vertonghen. Ozil inside. Oh, it was lovely build-up. Comes to nothing. Arsenal on the attack early. Paulie's grandpa was an Arsenal fan. That's a bit cute. Only 5 Arsenal players selected. Tabelos. A few step overs. Oh, he's taken down. Early Arsenal penalty. Lamela commits the foul and Arsenal will have the chance to grab a very early lead. Lamela, what are you doing? Chat one last time. If you'd like more crowd volume, let me know. Otherwise, we'll continue. Aubameyang steps up. What a save. Hugo Lloris with an incredible stop. Look at this. Oh, flies. Lockdown's player with the penalty save. Headed clear, but it's been all Arsenal in the opening 7 minutes. Clifford absolutely loving it in the chat. And here is his man. Lucas Moura. Inside to Son. Sissoko. Back to Son. Good build-up play from the Spurs. Moura. Aurier with the overlap. Benny's player. Plays it inside. Lucas. Just holds it up. And then Arsenal, a little bit panicky, eventually get it clear. Shaky from Arsenal at the back, if I'm being honest, but holding Spurs at bay. And this bit of momentum surge. Sissoko. Wide to Aurier. He's going to keep it in just. Tierney comes across to defend. Sissoko on the corner. Okay. Gets it back. Gives it to Lamela, who wastes it. And Arsenal will get it clear. Lamela overlap is Serge Aurier. Cuts back. Can he find a player? The dink. Nothing doing just yet. Better from Spurs though. Bergwijn gets tackled. Ball retained by Winks as selected by Arbeid. Bergwijn looking for a player. It'll just be a corner. Lamela's ball, header on. Cleared off the line, hit straight into the player. Arsenal on the back foot. Lamela loses the ball. Now maybe Arsenal can hold. Never mind. Stuff that suggestion. Insta turnover. Sissoko. Out to Aurier. Lovely ball down the line. Lamela goes back to Aurier, who swings it in. Arsenal head to it first. Can they keep the ball this time, the Gunners? Yes, they can. Aubameyang might get into a foot race with Aurier, decides against it. Xhaka out to Aubameyang again. The left back for Arsenal puts in a decent looking ball. Sissoko gets it clear. This is Pepe, who's been quiet early. Gets through his man. Pepe can't step through again. Heavy contact. Bellerin winning it back. Pepe now for Arsenal. 1-2 with Hector. Pepe. Ball across the face. Flick up. Woo. Very necessary block. All leg. There was no hand or arm in that block whatsoever. The classic offside from the corner trap. We've seen that before. Still goalless. Aubameyang had his penalty saved by Lloris. Lucas with a heavy touch. Xhaka to Mesut Ozil. Plays it wide to Pepe. This looks decent from Arsenal. They've got players in good positions. Lacazette tries to force the pass. Harry Winks. Bergwijn quite deep really at the moment. Heung-min Son. Some nice close touches. His cross, not great. Arsenal should deal with that comfortably. Indeed they do. I thought a North London derby was meant to be fiery. Where's the fire? Ceballos, lovely ball. Tries to win it back, but he can't. Sissoko gets absolutely done, and Arsenal have a few players on this left-hand side. One of them's Aubameyang. And then just holds it up. Allows Spurs to get back in shape. Lofts it in, easily headed clear. Not very inspiring football. Martin, I'm very sorry. But indeed, that is exactly what happened. Aubameyang hitting his penalty into the top corner, except Hugo Lloris was there. This is Sissoko, still charging forward, gives it to Moura. Tackled well again. I tell you what, if you've picked a defender, you might be very happy at this moment. Up the Gunners in the chat. All right. Disgusting, but okay. Still goalless. These two teams, not inspiring at all. HK Lucas, good to have you in here. Lacazette. That's the worst shot you may ever see. There is some depth on the bench, particularly for Spurs. Got Dragon Punk, Daniel and Corpus, all with Spurs bench players. This ball inside, those good. The ball across, excellently cut out by David Luiz, of all people. You're a Spurs fan, well, no doubt. We got some North Londoners in the chat, or pretend North Londoners. I don't really mind. Do whatever you want. These sides inspire passion. Right now, their football needs to match that intensity. Right now, I'm at a loss. We needed that early goal. Like, it looks pretty from Spurs, but they're going nowhere. Lucas coming forward. Back we go again. Sanchez with the ball. To Winks. Heavy touch. Tierney able to sort it out. Who's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck? I tell you what. We're back to round one again. Didn't we have like a 9-goal thriller last week? Was that the week before, perhaps? We're nearing half-time and not a goal to speak of. Can Arsenal change that now? Ozil, Lacazette. That's a decent ball, Aubameyang. Crowd rising here at the Emirates. Only for a moment. Ball over the top. Aurier will get there. Good touch in for Son. But just look at the lack of numbers. Tottenham Spurs just not getting shirts forward. Decent ball. What a strike. What a strike. They didn't have any more than 2 players in the box. So we're just going to hit it hard from right on the line after giving away the penalty. Your boys made up for it. Wow, wow, wow. That was an absolute bullet of a strike. AJ Piano with the redemption. And Spurs with a bit of a sucker punch, perhaps. Well, at least we got a goal in the first half. Don't know if that's the way I saw it happening. Big Dog, welcome. That will surely be that for the first half, right at the end of it. Wowee. Spurs get their goal. The away fans delighted. Thank goodness we had something to take there. You see Lamela right on the line, maybe just outside the line of the box. Spurs just really bizarrely not committing numbers forward or making runs inside, but hey, if you got Lamela hitting them like that, maybe the game plan makes sense. We will take a look at the player ratings as they stand so far. A lot can happen in a half. For Arsenal, Tierney, Socrates, Bellerin, decent. But it's Ceballos. None of those players selected by any of you. The front four were selected. They're not doing much so far. As for Spurs, again, not a lot to speak of. Lucas, good. Vertonghen, good. Aurier, Lamela. But that means it's Ceballos currently who would get you maximum points if only one of you had picked him. Like I said, a lot can happen in a half of football. No one picked Lo Celso, correct, Club Clifford? No one picked Lo Celso. Alright, second half underway. Lucas, the Spurs with the lead. And they get a second to add to their tally. Not just yet. Aubameyang poaches it. Ozil. Happy to play it back. Xhaka. And the crowd booing that pass back to the centre back. Oh my. They're not happy campers. The home team. The home fans. Lucas waits for the play to come forward before releasing the pass. Winks. Bergwijn to Winks. Son. Lovely play this by Spurs. Is there a finish at the end of it? Bergwijn just getting too fancy. One 0 lead. A reminder, Aubameyang having his penalty saved early by Hugo Lloris. And then Lamela with the wonder strike. Fizzed past the keeper. Arsenal, good overlap here. Aubameyang. Can he pick a player out? He's still going. Ball across the face, well cut out. Spurs survive. Game maybe opening up a little bit now. Long ball over the top. Finds the Flying Dutchman, tries to drag back. Bellerin laughs and says not a chance. Maybe Hector can get forward now. Player comes across. Home team asking their players to lift. Pepe. Stuck out on the touchline. Good tackle coming in. HK Lucas, couldn't tell you I don't play career mode, sorry man. Harry Kane enters the fray. Dragon Punk. Your lad's on. Son off. Unlucky Pluto, but Dragon Punk will be delighted. Don't think Son's done enough for man of the match, so now you're just cheering for a Spurs win, Pluto. Arsenal on the attack, Pepe. Oh, taken out, and that will be another pen. Oh, dear me. Vertonghen with a rash challenge gets the yellow card. And Arsenal have a second chance to put this right. Needless challenge. Pepe just shielding the ball. Xhaka coming off Guendouzi on. Aubameyang, second chance for Martin Boyle. And this time, he makes no doubt. We are all level on the North London derby. Laurie doesn't move. Aubameyang picks his spot. And it's 1-1. Martin Boyle, delighted, no doubt. Game on. 60 minutes played. It's one apiece. Aubameyang from villain to hero, but it's Spurs coming forward. Lucas, very poor pass. 12 of you, I believe, picking Spurs to win. Only 5 from Arsenal. Paulie, we will go to golden goal if the game is level after 90 minutes. Bellerin coming forward. Good run from the right back. But it's headed clear. Guendouzi surging into the area. The substitute can't find the link up. Looking decent for Arsenal. Ball swung in. Punch clear. Attempted flick, well read by Lucas, but Arsenal keep it in there. Ozil tries the spectacular. Ceballos. Lovely ball over the top. And Laurie doesn't even move. Lacazette strokes it home. And Arsenal coming from behind to take the lead. What an amazing ball it was. And look at the finish. Laurie left stranded. Guess it just happened too quickly for him. My oh my. Lacazette with the goal. As selected by Jerome, you just cannot keep Jerome down. Dominates these sim tournaments. 2-1 to the Gunners. Davis to Winks. Spurs need to find their fluency and find it fast. Keepers, I told you near post OP, AJ. I'm glad you took my message. Winks, lovely ball over the top. Lamela, the goal scorer for Spurs. Back down the line. Aurier. Terrible loss of possession. And Arsenal go on the counter. Aubameyang with pace, with space. The ball inside, and the finish. Arsenal are on a roll here at the Emirates. A counter-attack of dreams. No one catching up. It was all about the final ball. It was perfect. Laurie not saving that. Mesut Ozil, the player who volleys at home. And the 5 of you, only 5 of you that picked Arsenal, looking incredibly clever right now. Mourinho hates it. Ozil with the goal. Voz, you selected him. Martin Boyle with the assist. What an excellent time to score as well. 3-1 to Arsenal. Is there any way back in this for Spurs? They had their 1-0 lead. It's dissipated in quick time. Arsenal have been sensational. Of course, right before the half and in this second half. Oh, Lucas breaks the ankles of Guendouzi. Can't get the return ball. Aurier inside for Sissoko. Sissoko coming forward. He gets hit. Oh, it's penalties galore in this game. Guendouzi could not resist the temptation. Nibbles at the ankles. And we're going to have our 3rd penalty of this game. The locks are lovely, to be fair. Substitution made. Torreira coming on. But it's all about this penalty. Lamela makes no mistake. Lamela has a double. And Spurs reduce the deficit to 1. Absolute scenes in this game. Leno goes the wrong way. Do not take your eyes off this contest. 3-2. No doubt a few twists still to come. Well, if you stuck by that first half, you have been rewarded in the second. How will Arsenal respond? Tierney goes up way too high. Lovely intentional 1-2 by Spurs. Arsenal quick to get back. Lucas drags it back. We'll take a breath. Less than 15 minutes of regular time remaining. Aubameyang, needless backheel to give the ball away. The Gooners holding on to a slender advantage. Aubameyang doesn't have much going, to be honest, as well, just to have his team keep the ball. Courtesy of a throw-in. Aubameyang's really taken it upon himself, isn't he? Goes across. The ball inside looked okay. Overrun by the man in the middle. It's a foot race here. Socrates, that's why I use him in Ultimate Team still. Got a bit of pace. Also, I don't have many coins. 3-2, 10 minutes remaining. Pepe down the right-hand side. Tries to cut back, still has it. Pepe, dink ball. Guendouzi tried the spectacular. Never got to him. Guendouzi tries the take on. Does enough. Ozil, the same. Not the same outcome. Now Lamela with space down the right. Lamela still going. He's got a double Lamela. Doesn't really have a great option, so goes back down the line. Pass inside Sissoko. Scuffed clear. Lacazette coming deep to receive it. Pepe's offside. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Lamela's match is done. And it's Sessegnon coming on for him. Porpoise. Can your man make some late impact? Davis ball forward. Flick on. Kane. It's delicious from Spurs, but there's no finish. It's just a tempting, tasty snack. Not going to fill up your appetite. This is Bellerin. He's got space on this right-hand side. Hector, what's the final ball like? To the back post. Laurie gets the touch. Spurs hanging on, but they need an equalizer. Sessegnon, man off the bench. Spurs happy to hold possession, but they're running out of time. A minute of regular time remaining. Where's this equalizer going to come from for Tottenham? Not by Davison Sanchez. So he is getting involved. Ball over the top is dreadful. As we tick on to 3 minutes. What's this defender doing? Oh, almost sheer madness at the back from Arsenal. That was risky. 2 minutes remaining. Spurs need to get the football back. Aubameyang, maybe deflected. Ozil fighting and winning. Then gives it away. Just over a minute left. Spurs happy to sit back. Ball inside. Guendouzi. Oh, saved again. Laurie. Arsenal can't finish it off. Ozil takes the spell. And it's going to be a counter-attack for Spurs or the end of the game. That's a decent ball to start. Lucas. But that will be that. Spurs refusing to chase. Jose Mourinho's negative football may be an influence. They had the early lead, but Arsenal fighting back. 12 viewers picking Tottenham to win this game. 12 of you were wrong. The 5 players of Arsenal, you will get at least 2 points. A good old North London derby. Well played. Let's find out, of course, who is player of the game. Who will be taking home the maximum, the 3 points. You can do it from a losing team, of course. Sabalos, the best player from Arsenal with a 9. No one picked him. So unless someone from Spurs has a 9 or higher, no one gets man of the match. And indeed, no one picking the MVP. Goodness gracious me. Lamela got the goals. But that was about it. Sabalos, 1 assist. Lovely passing. Lovely dribbling as well, and 2 tackles. No one gets the 3 points. That's a bit of a shock. And so, of course, if we have a look at our list, it will be 2 points to all these people on the right. 1 point. No, Nathan. No. Just because everyone's on there doesn't mean they got it right. It's the other way around. It's Arsenal with the comeback win. That was round 4.